The Bersa BAR-15. Let's check it out. Probably one of the biggest surprises for me this year was the announcement that Bersa was making a rifle. They've made handguns for a number of years. In fact, the Bersa Thunder 380 has been extremely popular, very similar to your PPK design. But their TPR series, which is a double single action pistol, is excellent. And then they have the BP, which is a polymer frame striker fire pistol. And Bersa's been around for a long time. They're down in Argentina, and they produce guns for the Argentine military. Now we have the BAR-15, and originally produced to supply firearms for the National Police down in Argentina. But they've moved the facility to the US in Kennesaw, Georgia. And one thing about this company is that they are producing all the parts right there in Kennesaw. The barrels are being outsourced right now, but they're adding capability to be able to produce their own barrels. So all the parts, including the handguard, are going to be produced in-house. And that's a big deal. Guys, there are a lot of companies out there that offer AR-15s. And most of them are just taking outsourced parts and putting them together and putting their name on it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's something about a company that does all the work right there in-house where they can really keep up with quality control. And so guys, we're going to take a look at the Bersa BAR-15. It's a mil-spec AR, but just the story alone that Bersa's making firearms in the US and importing them into Argentina is a big plus. And we want to give a big thank you to Bersa for sending the BAR-15 for this review. Guys, we do a lot of AR-15 reviews, but I love the story behind this one. The Bersa BAR-15. It's an AR-15. It's mil-spec. One thing that I like, though, about this is that it is an established gun company that's producing this AR. Now, we've seen a number of established gun companies that have been producing their particular models of AR-15. And there are some things about this one that I like, and so we're going to go through a lot of the details. But what I really like the most is that companies are producing AR-15 rifles. Here in the U.S., there is a large abundance, and so that really helps the Second Amendment. To me, what really sets the Bersa BAR-15 apart is their previous offerings from Bersa. Everybody is pretty familiar with the Thunder 380. Now, this is the Thunder 380 Plus, and it has a double stack magazine. These things are great. It's 15 rounds of 380 when no other company was really offering a double stack 380. And then it has the rubberized grips. We have a full review on it. This is a great little pistol. But they're typically more budget priced, and that's one of the reasons why they were so popular. Then we have the BP, which this is the concealed carry model. It's called their subcompact. It is a very thin handgun. And this one, though, is more of your single stack. And so, you're going to have 8 rounds of 9mm, which, when single stacks were the rage, this was a great option and still is because it's so thin. And then we have their TPR series. Now, this is a double single action pistol, and this is really a high quality pistol. To me, this is one of the best firearms that Bersa produces, and it's a high quality firearm. And of course, you have your decocker. I mean, it's double single action, which a lot of people like. It's 9mm, and you have, your full 17+1 magazine. So the TPR series, to me, really sets Bersa apart. And then you go all the way down to the more budget-friendly Thunder. So when you hear Bersa, a lot of times you think about the Thunder 380s, and they're fairly inexpensive. but really they have a number of different firearms, and honestly all three of these are totally different designs. So for them to come out with an AR-15, they're going to do it right. With the manufacturing facility, the engineering, it's one of the things that I think Bersa really kind of sets itself apart. We're going to drop our magazine and check the chamber. And the gun is empty. Now you get two Mission First tactical magazines. I've inserted a 5-round limiter, so this is a 25-round magazine for YouTube. We also have a Mission First tactical minimalist stock. This is adjustable, and I like these stocks. They're very small. You can take paracord, and a lot of guys do this. I have some that are like this, and do a weave all the way up, and it just gives you a yank of paracord. And it also has a rubberized butt pad. You get a Mission First tactical grip. It's kind of more of a straight line. And then two Mission First tactical magazines. This one does have the Thunder Buddy engraved. You're not going to get that one. I just happen to have that one just handy. Forged upper and lower receiver that they do in-house. This is a black anodized finish on it, and honestly it's a beautiful finish. It's really a deep black color. Of course, you've got your forward assist and your dust cover. And guys, there was a trend where a lot of companies quit using the forward assist. I have not used it that often, but I have had to have it, especially to get that bolt fully closed. And it only takes one time that I need that I want that on my rifle. Also, we have our dust cover and shell deflector. The bolt carrier group is black nitrided, easy to clean up, very slick action. This is just going to help with reliability. Now the Bersa handguard, again, is made in-house, and it is really thin. It's close to the barrel. Picatinny rail all up the top, and also M-LOK 7 different positions. So you have it in every angle of the handguard. So that's going to give you a lot of real estate. Also at the front you do have QD ports. And it comes with an A2 birdcage, but 1/2x28 threads, so you can switch that out for whatever you want to. Here we have the primary arms, and this is their GLX. It's the ACSS Raptor. It's 1:8, first focal plane. These are excellent scopes. And we have one of the Aero Precision lightweight mounts. It has a nice cant to it. These are really solid mounts. Primary arms is really putting out incredible optics, and the Raptor is no different. And here we have just a standard mil-spec charging handle. Your fire control group, your bolt stop, mil-spec. It does come with a Mission First Tactical extended trigger guard. Give you a little extra room. And we have BAR-15 Bersa, made in the USA, Kennesaw, Georgia. Okay, we have the mil-spec trigger. We're just going to go ahead and test it out. You know, not much take up and a decent break. Reset, pretty quick. Not a bad mil-spec trigger, but still a mil-spec trigger. Check the trigger pull weight with our Lyman trigger gauge and Brownells. 5 pounds, 15.8 ounces. 5 pounds, 6.2 ounces. That's about right. We really appreciate Fiocchi for sponsoring the ammo, all made in the USA. One of the largest suppliers of ammunition in the country. And we're shooting just some 55 grain full metal jacket and going about 3,240 feet per second. The BAR-15 down at the range. It's a mil-spec AR-15. It performed like one, and it was very reliable. We had no malfunctions whatsoever. One of the things that I really like about this rifle, though, is the handguard, how thin it is. Very minimal. I like that. I mean, it just allows you to really get a solid grip on the handguard. Lots of M-LOK slots for different type applications. And of course, with the Picatinny rail. You know, birdcage out front. Did well. If you want to put a different kind of muzzle brake on it, you know, it's going to be fairly easy to do. I do like the Mission First Tactical Minimalist stock. Always have liked it. It's just really thin, lightweight, it's handy. One of the things about AR-15s is they're a very handy rifle. And if you're not careful, you just start adding things to it. It just gives it less of an advantage. I think the one thing about the AR is that it's just light, fast to deploy, easy to get on target. With this 1:8 Raptor ACSS scope, very capable scope. I mean, Primary Arms does a fantastic job. allowed us to get really good accuracy as well, and it just held up well. We've had really good results with primary arms. All the Mission First Tactical though was really good. I like the way the grip does. You know, it's more of that straight line kind of grip, which I really like. The Mission First Tactical magazines, they worked fine. We did use though a number of different type magazines, mainly Magpuls, which we typically use. But just overall, I mean, it was a great experience. Again, it's just a mil-spec AR-15, but I love AR-15, so this was really a joy to take to the range. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to disassemble the firearm, remove our magazine, check the chamber, and the gun is empty. Of course, like any AR-15, just push through your takedown pin, open it up. Pivot pin's a little tight, so we're just going to pop it through. And we're going to separate our upper and lower receivers. Of course, we've got our standard mil-spec trigger, very well lubed. The interior looks great. I'm going to go ahead and remove our bolt carrier group. We're going to take a look at our bolt carrier group. Let's pull out our retainer pin for our firing pin. Drop the firing pin out. Go ahead and rotate your cam pin. Pull out your cam pin. Then just pull out your bolt. We've got a gas key, grade 8 fasteners. Peened really well on one side. Peened okay on the other side. I'd like to see a little bit better peening for, you know, the staking. As far as the bolt carrier finish, it looks really nice. I love black nitride. I'm just such a big fan. And then when we have our bolt, of course, looks mil-spec. Firing pin's a little bit dirty, which you would expect because we shot about 500 rounds through it. Now for reassembly, we're going to drop in our bolt, line it up, drop in your cam pin, and then we're going to turn that puppy around. You want to make sure it's in that position so you can return your firing pin. Then we're going to drop in our firing pin and then put in our firing pin retainer pin. There it goes. All right, and now we're back in business. Of course, charging handle is just your basic mil-spec charging handle. Just return it, find the slot, put it in, get your gas key to fit under the charging handle, lock it into place, and bring your upper and lower receiver together. Drop in our pivot pin and push through our takedown pin. Test for function and we're good to go. The retail price on the Bersa BAR-15 is $879. Market price, even according to Bersa, is going to be coming in about $700, which is a very reasonable price, especially with the upgrades of the Mission First Tactical and also with the handguard. Of course, the scope's not included. But what are some pros and cons? Well, it's a mil-spec rifle. Again, the Mission First Tactical accessories do kind of upgrade this, and the handguard. The beautiful anodized finish on here, deep black, the bolt carrier group that has black nitride. The reliability was excellent. What are some cons? Well, there's just a lot of mil-spec AR-15s out there. And there's a number of companies that are making them. So, you know, it gives us a lot of choices. And so that's one of the big things. As far as any other con, I mean, there's nothing that could be a con with this rifle because it functioned well, the accuracy was good. Made in the USA as well, and being imported into Argentina, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a different kind of caveat. So America's first rifle, being made by an Argentine company right here in the USA. And Bersa, again, has a long track record for making excellent handguns. They also have the BAR-9, which is a 9mm little carbine and pistols, and they have some different accessories as well, so you can check that out. But it's just good to see more AR-15 manufacturing going on here in the U.S. So guys, in a sea of AR-15s, Bersa has offered their BAR-15. And guys, again, there's a ton of different companies out there, but a lot are just assembling parts. So one of the refreshing things about the BAR is they're going to be doing all the parts right there in Kennesaw, Georgia. And to be honest with you guys, the more companies that are making America's favorite rifle, the better. And we do want to thank Bersa for sending the BAR-15 for this review. Guys, there's just something about a basic mil-spec AR-15. It's just trim, slim. Then with the Mission First tactical accessories, it just really puts together a great package. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America, long live the Republic. Olé! The Bersa BAR-15. Let's check it out. This has a lot of quality features. Okay. And with the engineering, with the manufacturing, you may see the faint. Okay. Now there's a faint, just function very. Okay. Now for reassembly, let's see. Now for reassembly, and then with the mission, okay, like that, because it just makes this a handier rifle. Here I am, my AR.